Anya had always known she was different in her own home. After her mother died when she was 10, her father changed, the warmth in his eyes slowly faded. A year later, he remarried a woman named Lata, who brought her own 2 children into the home. That was the beginning of Anya's silent battle. Lata was polite in public, gracious with neighbors, and affectionate with her children, but behind closed doors she was cold to Anya. At first it was subtle, small things, like serving her dinner last, or pretending to forget her in family photos, but over time it turned cruel. She would accuse Anya of lying, of stealing, of being disrespectful. Even when the girl did everything right, Anya never fought back. She held on to the hope that her father would notice, that he'd remember who she was, the girl who used to sit on his lap while he read bedtime stories, the one who always waited at the door for him to come home. But he never did. By the time Anya was 17, she was a stranger in her own house. Lata's children, Rihan and Misha, had everything they wanted. Anya, she was a ghost. One day a fight broke out. Not even a real fight, just a broken vase in the hallway. Something anyone could have done. But Lata blamed Anya. She screamed so loud the neighbors heard, called her ungrateful, said she was ruining the peace of the house. And her father, he didn't defend her. He stood beside Lata, arms folded, jaw clenched. "She's your daughter," Anya cried, tears filling her eyes. His voice was flat. "Not anymore. If you can't respect this house." That night, with no warning, no explanation, Anya was thrown out, a small bag, a few clothes and the last of her pride. She didn't even cry when the door shut behind her. Anya spent a few days crashing on a friend's couch. Then she got a job at a cafe, working long hours between school and shifts. It wasn't glamorous, scrubbing dishes, carrying trays, smiling through exhaustion, but it was hers. Every coin she saved, every meal she earned, reminded her that she didn't need the house that pushed her away. Years passed, she graduated with honors, got a scholarship, worked her way up from assistant to manager, then director. Eventually she opened her own design firm. Small but growing, she had clients, a team, and finally, her own apartment with walls she could call her own. She never spoke of her family, not out of hatred but out of survival. Some pain loses its shape when you stop feeding it. Back in the house where Anya once lived, things had changed too, but not for the better. Rihan rarely came home. He lived abroad now, and only called when he needed money. Misha was married, but always fighting with her husband and constantly demanding help from her parents. Neither of them had time for Lata or her husband. One day Lata fell ill, not critically, but enough to need help. Rihan didn't come. Misha sent a nurse. Her husband, now retired, sat beside her, staring at the front gate as if expecting someone. One afternoon he looked at Lata and said, "We threw away the only one who ever cared." Lata didn't respond. Maybe she couldn't. Or maybe she knew he was right. They tried to reach out, through old relatives, distant friends. A letter was mailed, a message sent through a mutual friend. They said they were sorry, that they missed her, but Anya never replied. She wasn't angry, not anymore. She had healed in silence, grown in absence. She had built a life without resentment, a life with love, friends, a chosen family. She kept a single photo from her childhood, her mother holding her, her father smiling before life changed everything. She didn't keep it out in the open, but sometimes she'd glance at it before big meetings or on hard days, not out of longing, but as a reminder of where she came from and how far she'd come. The door they shut on her had long since rotted, and the daughter they threw away. She never looked back.